Have you ever had a huge dream, a big dream that lit you up, and the moment you told someone about your big dream, you lost some of the steam, some of the fire? Well, you still wanted it, yeah, but the urgency left, it faded, and it never really happened. It's strange, right? Well, you think that sharing your goal would make it more likely to happen, right? Because you're showing someone, you're telling someone about it, it should increase your accountability. But neuroscience says otherwise. Today, I want to show you why talking about your big goals can actually destroy your motivation and undermine you. And I want to show you how you can flip the script and have momentum work for you rather than against you. Because once you understand this, you'll never waste another ounce of energy hyping up your dreams, talking about what you're going to do, instead of actually building it. Here's the simple version. When you tell people about your big dream or your goal, you say, hey, I'm going to write a book. I'm going to launch a business. I'm going to get in the best shape of my life. What happens is your brain gives you a hit of dopamine, the chemical of anticipation and reward. But the brain doesn't know the difference between talking about something and actually making real progress on it. So what happens is you feel like you've already achieved something because you've gotten that hit of dopamine. You feel validated. You feel proud. You even get that little high. You're just feeling so great. And that's the actual problem. That dopamine hit satisfies the parts of you that had the drive, that was meant you to push you through the hard times, the unglamorous parts, the late nights, the learning curve, the repetition. So you unintentionally cash in your motivation before you earn the results. Stephen Kotler calls it the biology of big goals. And Peter Gollwitzer's research in psychology calls it the intention-behavior gap. And in plain English, what it means is it's the reason so many dreams die right after someone posts it online or shares it with other people about what they're going to do. Let's go deeper for a minute. When you imagine your goal vividly and you tell someone about it, your brain releases dopamine in the same neural networks that fires when you actually accomplish it. So that temporary surge feels like progress and you feel great. And the subconscious relaxes because it's saying, hey, mission accomplished. The tension and the drive that you have to get this done, it's gone. The hunger is dulled. The brain literally says, hey, we're good. We did it. This is why we can get addicted to talking about change instead of actually doing it. It's a lot easier, a softer way to get that same chemical hit of dopamine. So the more we share this without actually acting and doing it, we are training our brain to get pleasure from talking about it and thinking about it instead of actually implementing it and doing it. And it's not about laziness, it's about chemistry. You can get addicted to literally talking about this. You probably know people who do this. They talk about all the things they're going to do. But once you know this, you can re-engineer it to work to your advantage. Here's how to reverse it and make dopamine your ally again. Number one, share your commitments, not your conclusions. So when you're going to do something, share the commitment to do it, not actually what you plan to do and how it's going to look in the end. Don't say, I'm going to write a book. Say, I'm outlining chapter 1 tonight. The brain now links dopamine to the action of doing rather than just getting the applause and approval of other people. Number two, reveal your progress, not your promises. Only share when there's evidence, the first draft of something, the prototype that you created, or the pilot video. Each reveal reinforces the habit of earning dopamine through completion. Number three, use quiet accountability. Ask trusted friends, maybe one or two, or a mentor who can help you with your execution and your accountability. You don't want them to say, oh, this is so inspiring, this is so great, give you a pat on the back and say it's amazing. No, you want someone that is going to help you be accountable and make that progress, because your accountability is going to fuel your consistency, not getting validation from other people before you've done it. Number 4, keep the dopamine loop private until you've earned it. Imagine your motivation as stored energy. It's like in a container. And every time you talk about it prematurely, what's happening is you're leaking the energy out of there. You're draining your bucket. But every time you take action, you're actually compounding it and adding more to your energy. So that's why so many of the world's top performers work in silence for months, even years, before revealing their work. They're not letting that leak out. They're staying and getting it done. They're protecting their chemistry that powers their momentum and their motivation. Here's a practical way to live this out, and you can tie it into your daily structure. Step 1, pick your big goal. Maybe it's something that seems impossible, just out of reach or something, but pick this big goal. One that excites you and maybe scares you. You're not sure if you can actually do it. Then step 2 is break it down into clear milestones. What would this need to look like in 90 days, 6 months? And then work backwards and break it into smaller chunks every week, every day. Step 3, use the Ivy Lee method. Here what you want to do is break down your goals to your day and what you need to do the next day. What are the top activities you need to do? What are the top actions or tasks you need to get done tomorrow? Break that out the night before, write that out, and then list them in the order of most importance to least importance. And then the next day, work on the most important one until you get it done, and then work on the next most important one. And keep doing that every day. The night before, come up with your top 5 things that you need to do to move this forward and get your job done. And that's how you're going to take something that is massive and seems bigger than possible, and you can make it measurable and doable, because you're transitioning it from abstract into concrete. And most importantly, that's how you keep your dopamine anchored in the doing instead of just declaring what you're going to do. When you see each small win, what you're doing is you're reinforcing and rebuilding your biological feedback loop in the right way, the way that's actually going to be sustainable for you in the long term. And that is number 1, effort. It takes effort. Then number 2, progress. Number 3, the reward. That's what you're going for. You're achieving your goal, feeling good, losing the weight, creating the business, whatever your goal is. But then it goes back to more effort. It loops back to it. So you do more effort, you're making more progress, you're getting closer to your reward, or it's a new reward now. Now, when you're doing this and you're in this loop, you're in the flow, you're having fulfillment, and that's how you make the impossible become a reality for you. So the next time you're tempted to share your dream with the world, pause and ask yourself, do I want applause now, or do I want the results that I really want later? Because remember, talking is going to feed your ego, but doing is going to build your identity. And you want to protect your momentum. You want to guard against those premature dopamine hits. And you want to let your work announce who you are. And when you finally do reveal what you built, when your results speak for themselves, the satisfaction will be real, not chemical. Because you didn't just dream it, you did it. If this message helped you see your goals differently, subscribe for more videos like this, because I'm constantly breaking down the hidden patterns of performance and how to unlock flow, build momentum, and live from the next version of yourself. Because this isn't about hype. It's about alignment, action, and authenticity. I'm Bryan Orton, transformation strategist, and this is how you turn possibilities into reality.